Did you know that New York City, Madrid and Beijing are all on the same latitude? These cities are completely different from each other, but they are all on the 40th parallel north. In today's video we will take a look at various instances where multiple cities are on the same latitude where you would expect them to be much farther apart. In geography we divide the globe into imaginary lines called latitude for the horizontal ones and longitude for the vertical ones. Cities with the same latitude often have similar climates as they are the same distance from the equator, but since there are more factors to this sometimes gives a false expectation. So in the case of New York and Madrid for example, you would expect that New York City is much more north because it's a lot colder than boiling Madrid, but they lie exactly at the same latitude. Let's take a look at some other examples. So first of all, I want to show you the latitude of Paris and Vienna. I think you definitely expect that the French capital, which lies in the north of the country, is a lot more north than the Austrian capital. However, Paris lies at 48.8 degrees and Vienna at just 48.2 degrees, which ultimately means that Paris is about 67 kilometers further north than Vienna. Did it surprise you? It certainly surprised me. Up next, let's take a look at Tokyo and the Greek island of Crete. The stunning island in the middle of the Mediterranean has a pretty warm climate, which makes this the ultimate holiday destination for many Europeans who enjoy the weather, stunning natural beauty and parties. Tokyo on the other hand has comparable temperatures in summer, but much colder winters. The Japanese capital lies at 35.6 degrees north, where you'd expect it to be much further north. Let's look at an example in the southern hemisphere. Adelaide in Australia lies all the way in the south of this massive country and lies at 34.9 degrees south. If we can compare this to Montevideo, which is the capital of Uruguay and is the southernmost capital of South America, you would probably say that the latter is further south, but these two are both exactly at 34.9 degrees south. If I'd ask you right now which city is further north, the Vietnamese capital of Hanoi or Honolulu, Hawaii, what would you say? Maybe you would be surprised to learn that there's just a small difference of 0.28 degrees between these two places. Hanoi lies at 21.02 degrees and Honolulu at 21.3 degrees, which means that there's only 31 kilometers in between them. And although these graphs may look pretty similar, Hanoi is a much more tropical place and has about 5 times as much rainfall. Another big surprise is the next one. The Spanish island of Ibiza, which is famous for its parties, and the North Korean capital of Pyongyang are at 38.9 and 39 degrees respectively. Whenever I think of North Korea, there are just cold and dark images popping up, but Ibiza is nothing else than summer parties and beach holidays. If we look at these climate graphs, you can see that Pyongyang has twice as much precipitation and winters where temperatures stay below 0 degrees Celsius. But summer temperatures are very much alike. If you are enjoying this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. For this next one we compare the northernmost capital of North America, which is Ottawa of Canada, with the beautiful Venice in northern Italy. This may come as an absolute shocker, but these two are at 45.4 and 45.3 degrees respectively. In my mind these two cities are nothing alike, but if we look at their climate graphs, they're pretty similar. The only real difference is that the Canadian capital has much colder winters. The Chilean capital of Santiago lies at 33.4 degrees south and is pretty central in this long stretched country. If we move over the Atlantic Ocean we find Cape Town at similar latitude of 33.9 to be exact. I think it's absolutely stunning that the southernmost point of Africa is at the same latitude, since both Chile and Argentina stretch south for more than 2,000 kilometers. In my mind, New Delhi and the amazing country of India are quite far south, but their capital lies at 28.6 degrees north. The sunny Canary Islands are located off of the coast of West Africa, but belong to Spain and are at the same latitude of 28.5 degrees. For the climate comparison, it's clear that these two cities are very different. New Delhi is much more extreme, colder winters, warmer summers and much more rainfall all year round. For this last one we take a look at Nairobi and Singapore. These two cities are both at exactly 1.28 degrees. However, Nairobi lies south of the equator and Singapore is just in the northern hemisphere. If we compare these climates, Singapore is much more tropical and has almost 3 times as much rainfall. And if you want to learn more about cities that are this close to the equator, click on this video right here.